Good afternoon.
My name is Zahir Abbas. I'm your clinician for the afternoon.
Okay.
Can I just confirm your full name and date of birth, please?
Yes, Hayley Smith, 1st of the 1st 85.
Thank you, Hayley. Like I say, Zahir, nice to meet you.
Okay.
How would you like to be addressed today, Hayley or Miss Smith?
Haley's fine.
Thank you, Hayley. Hayley, how old are you now, please?
Just turned 40.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Lovely and looking well.
Thank you.
Now, Hayley, I've been asked by my supervisor to try and understand what exactly it is that brings you today to me.
Okay.
My understanding is that you wanted some advice surrounding some weight loss program or management,
Yes.
and as well as your diet. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Lovely. Now, would you mind if I asked you a few questions around all of this to try and better understand how we can go forward?
Yeah, that's fine.
Now, just before we begin, anything I discuss today will remain in the strictest of confidence between you, me, and my medical team as well as the supervisors. Would that be okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Wonderful. So, shall we go with the weight management first? Is that okay with you? So, just tell me a little bit about where you are and what you're hoping to achieve. Are you looking to put weight on, weight loss? I think it suggested weight loss.
Yeah, so I've just recently had a baby. So
congratulations.
thank you. So I have gained some weight. I'm probably about a size 14 now.
Okay.
I'm looking to get back to about a size 10.
Okay.
That's my size.
How long ago was it that you had a baby?
6 months ago.
And what did you have?
A little girl.
Oh, so goodbye to the sleep. And was this planned, was it?
Yes, it was.
Wonderful. Congratulations to you
Thank
both.
you.
Father was happy as well?
Yeah.
Lovely. And baby's okay?
Yeah.
So, as I gather, you're now a size 14, you want to come down to about a size 10,
Yes.
which is great. And have you any idea as to when you'd like to achieve this by?
Maybe like next April. That'd be good.
Okay.
I've got a wedding coming up, so.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and we're now in November. So yeah, I think that's quite doable, isn't it? To some degree, yes, it's a good time target. And have you thought about how you'd like to achieve this? How you'd like to go about doing this?
Yeah, well, I don't like going to the gym, so that's just not an option.
Okay.
I've never gone to the gym, so I don't like that.
Any particular reason, or is it just not your scene, not your cup of tea?
Yeah, I just feel like, because I've just never done it. And also there's a baby now.
Yes.
So time and
yes.
that's quite difficult.
Okay,
So, yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned the time because we'll go on to that in a few minutes. So, in the absence of the gym, and of course time is becoming an issue, have you gone back to work yet, or are you still on maternity leave at the moment?
I'm due back to work.
Are you?
So, yeah.
Right, okay. And when are you due back to work?
In a couple of months.
Okay, yeah, so you're taking a 9-month period off, are you? Yes, okay. And what about your partner? Would you mind if I ask about what he or she does and whether they're working full time?
He does work, and he's out the house most of the day.
Is he?
So,
Right,
yeah.
okay. And is he into his fitness at all by any chance?
Yeah, he does go to the gym.
Okay. So there's a little bit of motivation there. There's an opportunity for us to consider perhaps you could do something together. But then, do you have any other children in the house? Or is it just a 6-month-old now?
Yeah, I have 1 4-year-old.
Right. Okay. So the situation here will be kind of childcare. Would that be, or do you have arrangements, kind of childcare minders or anything?
The 4-year-old, she just started school.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, and then I've got the baby.
And is your partner working kind of 9 to 5 job? Is he?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm kind of thinking, when does he normally go to the gym? Does he go after work or?
He goes early in the morning.
Early in the morning.
Yeah.
And so, would there be an opportunity here, say, for example, if when partner came home from work, would he be able to support perhaps for an hour or half an hour, whatever it might be? Just
that'd be fine.
Is that something that's achievable?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm kind of now going back to the concept where you said you don't want to go to the gym. What do you like to do? What would be kind of something that you enjoy?
I like to walk. I'm out with a pram, so I like to walk.
Okay. Yeah. So walking is an option.
Yes.
And have you ever considered kind of home-based exercise programs of any sort?
I used to do it years ago, but I've not done it for a while. So,
Okay. So you're quite familiar with them.
Yes.
And again, would that be something perhaps we could consider kind of trying to implement around your day? Do you think that's doable?
Yeah, I mean, I've no equipment at home, so it'd have to be like body weight exercise. But yeah, that'd be great.
And the videos that you followed, were they body weight exercises? Were they? Okay, and you're quite open to that idea, are you?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. I'm kind of thinking this is relatively achievable, isn't it, in that if your partner was able to, when, say for example, when he came home, he could look after the children, and you could perhaps spare, how long would you say, what's reasonable? How long were the programs that you
probably
did?
about 45 minutes.
Amazing. Yes, so very doable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think that that's something we could kind of have a conversation, you could have a conversation with your partner about and perhaps go forward with?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we're in agreement with a little bit of home exercise program. Amazing, amazing. Now going back to the walking you suggested, I suppose what I need to understand here is you've not gone back to work yet, but you are looking to.
Yeah.
Where is work? How far is work from you?
I'd say it's about a mile away.
Okay, and how do you get to work?
Drive.
Okay, well, look, I mean, given the weather and the convenience, I suppose time is again a factor here that influences that. Do you think, shall we say, you're going back in about 2 or 3 months after the maternity leave? I'm kind of thinking by the time we get to 3 months, you'll have hopefully built up some time discipline in I say respectfully discipline here, but your fitness to a point where perhaps, have you thought about being able to walk to work? Do you think that's something that we could achieve?
Yes.
Do you think we could build up to that?
Yes. Set off a little bit earlier.
Absolutely, and hence I say the kind of time disciplines I think we could kind of build up into that, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Really? Is that again? And you'd be happy to do that, would you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
anything to get back to that size 10.
Absolutely, and if anything, the weather's probably only going to get better by the 3 months. We're going to start entering kind of springtime, so the weather will only and the day will actually get longer as well, won't it? So that might actually have a little. Yeah, happy with that.
Yeah, that
amazing,
sounds good.
amazing. So I think from the weight management side, if I've understood correctly, we want to go from a size 14 down to a 10. We want to do that by April. We've said no to the gym and we've agreed on that. We appreciate the time constraints given the young family that you have and commitment around work. But I think we've kind of got to a point where you're happy to do the home exercise program, something you were familiar with from the past and you're happy to go with. We can incorporate that during your day. And we can also move forward when you go back to work, kind of get some physical exercise in there. I think that's doable. And I'm kind of the opinion perhaps we could maybe touch base to see how the progress is going. Maybe in about 6 weeks from now would be probably a good time to try and see how soon, I guess to influence that, how soon can we implement these changes?
Yes.
How soon do you think we
can? Yeah, I think once I've had a chat with my husband, then straight away.
Do you think that's kind of this week perhaps, or is that too soon?
I mean, obviously I don't go back to work for in a couple of months.
Of course.
Of
course.
Yeah.
So the home exercise program, if we could say we start this week, 6 weeks from now we come together and we try and measure you and see what the weight is doing and where we're going. I think
sounds great.
Amazing. Last thing is the second thing we suggested was about the diet you suggested, didn't you? You wanted to change your diet a little bit, is that right? Yeah. So what does your diet comprise at the moment?
It's not very good. Since the baby, I feel like I'm just eating as and when. So I'm not prepping anything. Okay. It's just when the baby's sleeping, get something to eat, something quick.
Wow, yes.
Something unhealthy.
So the challenges are real, aren't they?
Yeah.
And prior to this, and you mentioned prepping, prior to this, are you suggesting that you used to do some good prep? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, we as a family, we tend to eat healthy.
Very good.
In the evening, when my husband's back, we will have an healthy meal.
Lovely.
Because he likes to eat healthy, but during the day, that's why I'm going around.
And does your husband do his own prep, or do you do the prep with him? Or?
No, he does like to cook in the
good.
Evening, so it will be something healthy. But like I say, when I'm on my own during the day, it's just grab something while the baby sleeps.
Do you find you do gravitate towards kind of what we might deem as being unhealthy, in that crisp chocolate, those kind of things? Do you find comfort in those kind of foods?
Yeah, I feel like obviously my energy levels, so it's anything sugary, quick.
Okay. And does your husband gravitate to those naturally, or does he kind of steer away from them?
He's healthy.
Okay,
that's actually buying them.
Which is great actually, because you can kind of feed off each other's energy here, can't you? He can kind of influence a lot of, because he cooks as well, he can perhaps prep for you while he's prepping for himself. Perhaps a conversation there. And in terms of the actual, you're saying it's what's convenient is what I'm hearing here, and you're buying the inconvenient foods. Well, you're buying the unhealthy food rather. Have you thought about fruits? What's your take on kind of a little bit of fruit and a bit of nuts, those kind of things?
Yeah, I just tend to go to the supermarket and pick up the bad things. But that's an option.
That's an option. You would be open to having some nuts. You're open to fruit, are you? And you've got your 4-year-old, so probably they're doing the 5-a-day thing at school as well, are they, at the nursery and whatnot?
Yeah, I mean they eat loads of fruit, and kids do tend to like fruit, don't
Sure.
they?
So you are buying fruit for your partner and the little one, but not for yourself. Okay. So
you're calling me out here.
So I suppose what we want to do here is perhaps replace the chocolate bar, if not entirely the whole bar, maybe start to reduce the size. How big is the bar that you're finding yourself?
I am just getting the little snack size, and it's just obviously they don't count, just one in.
Yep, except as much as they don't count, unfortunately. And if anything, this will complement really well with your weight loss journey, won't it? Because again, I'm sure you'll appreciate and agree that these foods only add to the weight which you're trying to lose. So I suppose there's a little bit of factor there for you as well to influence your diet agreeably.
Yes.
So you're happy with some food, any particular fruits you like?
I do like apples.
Okay. Yes.
Strawberries, grapes, just the usual.
I mean, what I'm hearing here is you've spoken about convenience, and I mean your apple is again very convenient. Your strawberries are finger foods, if you may refer to them. Grapes are the same. Strawberry, So I think it's just a matter of just switching that a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
So would you be happy again here, I suppose, to say replace the crisps with some nuts, salted nuts, for example, if you prefer? Although I would say don't go for the salted nuts. The risk of blood pressure issues and all that in the longer term. So your crisps can be replaced by that. That's your carbohydrates. And then your chocolate perhaps will be replaced by your fruits, which will give you the sugar boost. What do you think on that?
That sounds good.
Is that doable?
Yeah.
So we have an agreement. You're going to replace some of those. I mean, don't switch it completely. Don't just go flip complete. Just graduate into that. So maybe alternate days.
Okay.
And then reduce the amount of chocolate. So have chocolate every day still, but reduce it by about half a bar, and then over the next couple of weeks maybe reduce it to alternate days and so on and so forth. And when we come together in about 6 weeks, we can always look at that anyway. Just something that crosses my mind as we speak on that. You've come across the calorie counters at all on your phone apps?
Yes.
Yes. Have you ever used one of those at all?
I have. I've used NutriCheck. My fitness.
Amazing. And would you be happy to use one of those calorie counters to kind of, perhaps that'll give you a bit of an inclination as to where you're going as well over the next kind of over this journey, at least up to Easter, if not the longer term. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good when you actually see how many calories you're eating, and
it makes a difference, doesn't it? It might give you a bit of a, what doesn't count actually does count then, doesn't it? Amazing. So I think we've got a bit of a plan. We'll come together in 6 weeks from now. You'll have a conversation with your partner regarding the exercise and the time management on that, and then you'll make some subtle changes to your dietary change. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Amazing. Well, thank you for your time, Hayley.
Thank you.
Look after yourself, and we'll come together in 6 weeks.
Thank you.
Take care.